Hi there, and welcome along. My name's Maria, and I'm from Queenstown, and I put together a little sequence today to help you out. I'm a fitness instructor, and I've been teaching for nearly 30 years, and around 10 years ago, I myself had cancer, so I know what a difficult time it is, and how you're always thinking, what if this, what if that, and I think that combined with the COVID-19 that we're all experiencing a lot of what ifs over would be a pretty heavy burden. So this sequence is designed to help you kind of forget about your worries, gently stretch your body, and maybe learn a technique to help you relax when things become overwhelming. So the first thing I'll say is that you just have to move in a way that's comfortable for your body. We're going to be seated the whole time. It's good to have a sturdy chair with our arms on it if you can, but if the only chair you've got is a sort of a lower one with arms, that's okay. You can deal with what you've got. And that's all you're going to need. Slip your shoes off, so you've either got socks or bare feet, and we'll get moving. We'll be here for about 20 minutes, half an hour maybe. So let's begin just by finding a position on your chair where you're not using the chair back. So we come forward in the chair and we feel those bones in our pelvis sitting heavily down. And we just want to sort of shrug the shoulders up and let them go, and up and let them go. You might be surprised how much tension that you've got here already. And then if we lift them up and we roll them back, we can let our arms hang down if your chair allows you to. So we're just rolling. And remember, this is a way in which you're comfortable. So your rolls might be smaller than mine if you've had some sort of surgery or discomfort around the shoulder. That's okay. And then one forward, and then the other one forward. So just gently moving, really. And now for this next one, you stay seated where you are, and I'm going to turn side on so I can show you. So for this one, we lift the arms up and we round the upper back backwards. We push our back ribs back, and then we're going to pull the elbows back and lift the chest up, looking up. So you're lifting your heart up. And now you push your ribs away from you, rounding out through your upper back, and then you're going to lift your chest up. So let's do another 3 of those. These are really good for mobilizing your upper back. And if you have shoulder issues or neck issues, then this upper back can get really tight. And it's an area where a lot of us hold tension if we're worried about things. Do one more. Great. Okay. So now just settling down. We're going to do some hand work and some footwork. So if we reach the hands out and curl them in and circle the wrists around and curl and circle. So wrists and feet, they're a long way from our heart, so we want to send some energy out to them. Some circulation. Let's just do one more. Okay, so hands come down. Now we're going to focus on your feet. So we're just going to point the toes. And then pull the toes up. And then feet on the floor. And we're going to walk the feet to the side. And then heels together and tap the feet together. And then clap the feet. Okay, and then settle down and now scrunching the feet up, like you're trying to make your feet smaller. I always say to my class that it's like you're trying to fit into some shoes that you really love but they're too small for you. You're trying to make your feet shorter, engaging the muscles in your arches. And now let's do some work with the toes. So just focus on your right foot and fan down the little toe to the big toe. The little toe to the big toe. And then the other side, little toe to big. Okay, give them a little wiggle. Alright, so now if we come up, we're going to actually let's take the feet a bit wider, so knees are about hip width. And we're just going to drop the knees to one side and drop the knees to the other. So you're going to need to be quite forward on your chair so that you can get this movement. And then we're going to take the feet wide, okay? So the feet are wider than our hips, and we're going to do our version of a forward fold. So for this, we want to make sure that our bum is firmly on the bench, on the step, so that we don't come off on the chair there. And then elbows come down onto your knees. You're looking at the floor. Now, for some people, this will be far enough, and you'll be feeling a good stretch in your lower back, and you won't want to come any further forward. And that's okay. You don't have to. But if you're able to come right down, then your arms could reach for the floor. And if you feel like you wish to, then you could let your head come down. So we're in our version of a forward fold. And here we'll feel the back muscles stretching, the muscles around the inside thigh, over the buttocks. Your body will find what it needs from here. And then walk your hands over to the right side. And then walk over to the left side. Doesn't matter if your hands aren't on the floor, remember. As long as you're not feeling any discomfort in your back while you're here. And then back to centre. And just take a moment here to enjoy this position. And then one elbow up on top of your thigh, other elbow. And bring yourself right up. Give your shoulders a bit of a roll. Bring your knees together. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, and now we're going to twist to your left side. So we're going to put your left hand on the side of your knee, and we're going to take hold of the chair or whatever you can get hold of here. Lift up really tall as you breathe in, and then as you exhale, we're just going to pull that shoulder back and look around. And if you're able to look over your shoulder and we get some neck rotation, that's cool. Come back to centre, take a little roll, and let's go the other way. So we're sitting up super tall, buttocks down, and then we're twisting, pulling the shoulder right back and looking around. Think of it like wringing out a cloth, but you're doing it with your body. And come back around. And maybe just gently rotate a little here and roll the shoulders. Okay, next one we're going to take our feet wider. We call this willows in the wind. So one hand is down on the chair and the arm comes up and over, and we side bend and then go the other way. So you want the feet wide so that you're nice and stable. And as you flex side to side, keep the weight even in your pelvis. So both buttocks are equally anchored down onto the chair. And this might be one, if you have shoulder issues, that you're just going to reach out in front, bringing your arm overhead. It's quite common for that to be a bit uncomfortable in people with shoulder issues for whatever reason. But if you're able to reach overhead, by all means go for it. And then the other one we can all do is actually to reach forward. So we're changing the angle of our reach, and we might find that this offers something different. And you could reach behind you. And then let's just roll the shoulders. Okay, we've got one final stretch before we move into our little period of relaxation. So let's all think about stretching out. If you do your left leg, and I'll mirror you, and lift your right ankle up and pop it on top of your shin. Now we're looking to find a stretch in your right buttock here. And for some people, especially if you've had a hip replacement or something, this might be as far as you can go, and as far as you're comfortable going, that's fine. If you're happier to go harder, then you could lift your ankle up further on top of your knee, and then you can vary the intensity by how close in that foot comes. So I've got my foot directly under my knee on my standing leg and the ankle on top of the knee, and now I can feel a really deep stretch in the buttock. That might be what you want to do, or you might want to keep that bottom leg straighter, and that might give you the feeling that you want in the hip. Most of us are going to be pretty tight in this area, unless perhaps you do a lot of stretching. Relax your shoulders while you're here. You can already start scanning the body and observing where you might be holding tension. Change sides. So again, you might like to move a little before we do the other side. So ankle on the shin or up on top of the knee, finding the position that's going to offer you the stretch that you want today. Some days you feel like stretching more intensely than others, but especially if this is your first time, then I would take it really easy today, and then tomorrow and the next day when you wake up, see how your body feels about what you did today. And if it feels good, then you can make it more intense next time. But it's always good to be cautious. If you're looking for more, you could push that knee gently down. So let's release the leg down, and again just sort of move the knees side to side. And we're going to move into some relaxation now. So all you need to do is find a comfortable position in your chair. You're allowed to use the chair back now. So if you lean back into the chair, if that's going to support you, if that's where you want to be, and have your feet at a comfortable distance, wherever you want to be. Okay. So once you've found what's a good position for you, then just let your shoulders relax and let your eyes close down. Ideally, we want to have both feet on the floor so that the soles of the feet can feel the floor. And that's probably a good place for us to start. So your eyes are closed. And let's think about inhaling through your nose if you're able to. And exhaling through your nose. And we're just going to move through the body as we sit here. And we're basically looking for areas of tension, and we're going to let them go. So if we start with the top of your head, and there's all these muscles that cover your skull, and you're just going to start by relaxing them, connecting to them, finding them, and then letting them go. We're softening around the forehead, around the eyes, and you'll be surprised how much tension we hold here. Around your cheekbones and your jaw. Thinking about the front of the throat, around the collarbones, and just relaxing that area. And now at the back of the body, the base of the neck and the shoulders. Every time you exhale, just think of that area becoming soft, letting go. Now we move around to the area around the back of the ribs, the front of the ribs. And as you breathe in, you'll feel this area expand. And then as you exhale, relax. So think of softening around the belly, around the lower back. Now around the hips. Now we move down to the legs, and you'll feel the back of your legs on the chair. Think about that contact. And as you exhale, just relax your muscles down into the resistance of the chair. Thinking to the front of the hips, those hip flexors. We soften, let them go. Thinking of your knees softening, your shins, your calves. And now ankles and feet. Relax. Thinking of that footwork we did before and the energy that came down to our feet with that. And now those muscles can relax. Thinking of your hands. What can you feel? What are you touching with your hands? Relax your fingers. And now if there's an area that you feel would need more relaxation, then connect to that area and let it go. Let it relax. And now just focusing on your breath. So breathing in through your nose. And if you find that you're thinking of random things, it's okay. Every time you realise that's what you're doing, just come back and think about breathing in through your nose. Think of the feeling of your feet on the floor, what your hands are touching. Just gently blink your eyes open. Maybe wriggle your toes a little bit. Wiggle your hands a little bit. Great. I hope you feel good. Maybe a little bit of a sigh. Excellent. Your shoulders a wee roll. So thanks for being with me, everyone. I hope that you'll find that useful. You could do that every day if you wanted to, or just when you felt like it. You could do it if you felt overwhelmed by concerns at any stage. And as long as you remember that you just have to move gently, it doesn't have to be big, vigorous exercise. It should be helpful for you. Great. All right, stay well, everybody. And see you soon.